Is it the people in the car?
Yeah.
Well,
What you
if
mean?
you want to, hey, hold on a
Watch your leg.
second.
I'm showing
If you want to ask my dad.
It's been way too long since we checked in on America's most consistent content factory, Florida. Specifically, Florida men who continue to wake up every day asking themselves, how can I make this worse? This story takes place in Lake County, Florida, at around 4 in the afternoon, broad daylight, prime errands time. And somehow, that's when one man allegedly decided that road rage alone wasn't expressive enough. Because according to police, this wasn't just yelling. This was a full-body performance.
So, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. We got a complaint that your car, someone driving your car with a red tattoo on his right arm, exposed his genitals to a car in a road rage incident.
Have you ever been so mad in traffic that you felt compelled to expose yourself to another vehicle? No? Same. But apparently for some people, anger activates a completely different fight-or-flight response, one where pants are optional. There's something fascinating about that escalation. Most people honk. Some people yell. This guy allegedly went straight to dropping his pants like it was a special move he'd been saving.
That wasn't you?
No.
Okay.
So officers catch up with him and explain the situation very calmly. They say someone driving his car matching his description decided to show off way more than the law allows during a road rage incident.
So where'd you just come back from?
Naturally, he denies everything. He says he was just coming back from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Not KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
By chance.
Kentucky Fried Chicken?
And that immediately raises questions, because nobody calls it that unless they're either 80 years old or panicking. It feels like his brain briefly blue-screened while trying to sound normal, like he was desperately stalling for time while his thoughts loaded in.
Yeah, which way? Which one down there, KFC down there in...
Leesburg.
Oh, up in Leesburg?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't get into an incident with anybody?
No.
No? Okay. Well, they described you to a T.
The officer keeps digging, asks where he came from, which location, any incidents on the road. Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. According to him, it was just a peaceful poultry-based journey. Meanwhile, the report somehow includes his exact car, license plate, clothing, tattoo placement, and physical description. Just an unbelievable coincidence. One of those once-in-a-lifetime mix-ups where reality lines up perfectly for no reason at all.
Okay. What does that mean?
So I'm trying to figure out what actually happened. So I got one
Nothing
side.
happened.
I got one side of the story, and someone describing you perfectly to a T, along with your car and license plate.
When I'm out and about, my dad's in there. My dad's been with me all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the car with you, all on your way to KFC.
No.
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 So nothing happened. No road rage incident. Nothing like that.
No.
You don't remember anything like that.
No.
Okay.
He even brings up his dad being with them earlier, which doesn't really help his case, but does add a nice layer of chaos to the explanation. The story isn't evolving, it's just getting louder. So at this point, police are standing in front of a man who looks exactly like the suspect, wearing exactly what the suspect wore moments after the incident occurred, insisting none of it happened.
All right.
Tell him I got the wrong guy.
Oh, yeah? You think so? Well, they described you wearing exactly what you're wearing, bald, no beard, and a red tattoo on his forearm.
Okay.
Police identify the man seen here as 56-year-old James Box.
And before we move on, I need to briefly acknowledge something that has nothing to do with the crime, but still bothers me deeply. The dog. Not on a leash. I don't care how well-trained a dog is. Public space means leash, every time. It's safer for everyone involved, including the dog. This is a hill I will die on. Anyway, police identify the man as James Box, which is a shockingly fitting name for someone involved in a story this absurd. What really gets me is that he's still wearing the exact same outfit from the alleged incident. Same look, same vibe, like a cartoon character who hasn't unlocked a second skin yet.
So that's you. So
Okay.
I'm giving you another opportunity to explain yourself, if you would like to.
There's nothing to explain. Why?
Okay.
So at this point, officers give him one last chance, a final lifeline, an open invitation to explain himself in literally any way that makes sense. And he refuses it. There's nothing to explain, apparently. Which is an interesting stance when multiple people, photographs, and a license plate all disagree with you. I get it, the incident just happened. This isn't some years-long investigation. They didn't pull cold case files or reopen a dusty folder. But still, there's something very funny about committing alleged road rage nudity and then just standing there, unchanged, like nothing happened. No disguise, no effort, just raw confidence. Honestly, if you're going to deny everything, you might as well lean into it. Show up in a trench coat, fake mustache, glasses with a giant nose. Anything to suggest you're not literally the same guy from 5 minutes ago.
So he pulls there, and I said, we've got to get his tag and call 911. So we pulled in, we tried to just get the tag, and that's when he got out of the car and started charging toward us first, physically. That's when I started taking those pictures, and when he got around this, the median there into the landscape, and that's where he stopped, pulled his pants all the way down, right there at our midnight.
So we finally hear the full story from the family involved. And yeah, it's worse than the vague version. According to them, this didn't start with pants coming down. It started with him pulling over, getting out of the car, and charging toward them. Not walking, charging. That's when they start taking photos, because at that point you're not dealing with road rage anymore, you're dealing with a situation. Then, in the median, in broad daylight, he allegedly commits to the bit. Pants fully down. No hesitation. Now, I wasn't there. I can't say exactly how it went down, but I highly doubt this was a calm, statuesque moment. I seriously doubt he just stood there quietly, letting the breeze do the work. If I had to guess, and this is purely speculative, I'd say there was motion involved. A lot of motion. Witnesses describe him as completely unhinged, making faces, sticking his tongue out, throwing objects. At one point, they thought he was going back to his car to grab a weapon, which is when this crosses fully from Florida weird into actively terrifying, especially considering there was a child in the vehicle. So they do exactly what you're supposed to do. They document everything. They grab the plate, they report it. And based on that evidence, officers decide, yeah, this isn't a coincidence anymore.
Officers decide it's time to confront James again.
The camera, but unfortunately I did.
They head back to Mr. Box's house. Now, the body cam footage here is a little rough at first. It looks like the camera just woke up from a nap and hasn't adjusted to reality yet. But eventually it clears up and we get the confrontation. They ask him to step outside. He does, reluctantly, and immediately starts posturing, complaining, talking back.
Come out.
Oh, you're gonna get rough now, right?
No.
Show me how tough you are.
No, we're gonna put you in cuffs.
Turn around.
Put your hands together like you're praying.
I don't pray.
Okay.
And then, in what I can only describe as a bold strategic error, he says he doesn't pray while being handcuffed. An interesting line to choose at that moment. Didn't help him, didn't change anything, but it was said with confidence.
With intent to prosecute.
Is it the people in the car?
Yeah.
Well,
Watch your
if you want to, hey, hold on a
Watch your leg.
second.
I'm shutting
If
the
you
door.
want to
Watch
ask
your
my,
leg.
if you want to ask my dad the
You
question,
can move your leg or I'm gonna put you in forfeit.
for what?
Exposing his sexual organs to a woman and her child. Yes.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, no,
I got a question for
it
you. sir.
happened out on the
Were you
road.
in the? Did you go to KFC with your son?
Did I go to where?
KFC with your son?
No.
No.
Honestly, I feel the worst for him. He looks genuinely upset, embarrassed, and exhausted. And that's fair. Nobody wants to get a phone call that their adult child is in custody for doing something like this. At the end of the day, the evidence speaks for itself. Photos, license plate, matching description, timeline. So Mr. Box is arrested and charged with indecent exposure. And the lesson here is simple. You never know what kind of Florida man is driving behind you. And sometimes road rage doesn't end with yelling or honking. Sometimes it ends with something you can't unsee. That's really about it.